Why are you surprised that you're out of shape? Why are you surprised that your body hurts, that your energy is all over the place, that you're anxious, that your guts feel tight? Why are you surprised? You're doing it to yourself. So am I. And the last 15 years of my fitness journey has been about unraveling piece by piece, peeling off all of these ways in which I'm poisoning myself, all these ways in which you currently are poisoning yourself and you have no idea. Because you've been sold convenience. You've been sold a quick fix. You've been sold an easy life. Little did you know what price you'd be paying for that easy life. This morning I made my coffee as I usually do. My French press, my coarse grind, freshly ground coffee beans. Perfect. Organic, shade grown beans. Fair trade. No chemicals. No additives. Nothing. This is how I make my coffee. And I pay more for it because I know the ramifications of what happens when I buy less than optimal coffee, when I put that artificial shit in my body. The effect that those chemicals have. It's not just the caffeine, guys. If you're getting jacked up from your coffee, this is kind of a side note, if you're getting jacked up from your coffee, like, maybe it's not the caffeine from the coffee, maybe it's the chemicals that they put in the beans in the process, in the industrial process of making that coffee and gaining it into your cup. Think about that. And it's not just happening in the coffee, but check this out. So I poured my coffee into my thermos, as I always do, to drop the kids off at school. And my thermos is metal, which isn't exactly my favorite, but it does keep my coffee piping hot, which I do enjoy. But the top of it is a plastic lid. And, it's got this little pop top thing. I sip through the plastic lid. And usually it's honky-dory because what I do is I rinse it. This is my thermos. It only ever has coffee in it. So I don't generally use soap on it. I rinse it, just keep it relatively clean. I put more coffee in it tomorrow. No big deal. On this day, however, I accidentally had this lid in a dishwasher. Ran through a dishwashing cycle with some, run-of-the-mill stock detergent, which God knows what's in there. Byproducts, industrial byproducts, solvents, Drano, ingredients that they use to make weapons. Who knows, right? No one knows what's actually in these. No one can even pronounce the ingredients. And yet somehow we think that if we wash our utensils with them and then eat from those utensils, that somehow those chemicals aren't going to end up in your body. Guys, I'm here to tell you, this is not the case. It's time to wake up. I made my coffee, delicious, beautiful, robust French press coffee in the thermos, plastic lid, which had just been washed in this way that I'm talking about. Took a sip, so looking forward to that first sip. I almost gagged. All I tasted was Drano. All I tasted was that detergent that had been used in the washing machine, the dishwasher. And the entire cup of coffee was like that. I had to just let go of the thermos top and just drink it straight from the thermos. And I know that lots and lots and lots of you are making this choice every day because it's so convenient to use that dishwasher. It's so convenient to put everything in there. And even though those plastics say that they're BPA free and that their dishwasher is safe, meaning that they're not going to melt into a puddle after a cycle, guys, I guarantee you that those plastics in the little spoons that you use, the little spatulas, the thermos tops, the shaker bottles. They're absorbing those detergents. And then when you use those utensils or those cups to eat your food, guess where those detergents and those chemicals are going? Now, the problem is, there's two problems actually. The first problem is obvious, that you're poisoning yourself. And then your body has less than optimal performance because instead of using your body's energy to fuel your performance, your body is just trying to clear out the poison that you put inside of it. That's why your brain is foggy. That's why you've got a gut that you can't seem to get rid of. Your metabolism is stunted because your body it hasn't gotten to the point where it can divert energy to actually optimizing your health. It's got to keep you alive first. It's got to mount an immune inflammatory response to get rid of these foreign substances, these artificial products that you've put inside of it, and that you're putting inside it all day long. It's not just from the dishwasher. It's from the air that you're breathing inside. I'm in this room right now, and all of the adhesives and all of the materials, plastics, synthetic materials that have been used to produce this house are off-gassing right now. And they're off-gassing inside your house too, in your office. So that's the first problem. And the second problem is that you're not doing anything about it because your body is so incredibly adaptive and it's so well equipped to actually go through this process of detoxifying itself, of fixing the punishment that you're giving it, that it's really hard to tell. And you get so used to the way that your coffee tastes when you drink it through a shitty detergent-ridden thermos lid, and you get used to the way your food tastes when you cook it in Teflon and scrape it with the spatula that's been soaked and doused in those same chemicals. And then you stop noticing. And you get so used to the way that your body operates, the way that your poop feels and the way that your gut feels. When you've got that stuff inside you and your body's trying to get rid of it, you don't know anything different. And this was me. This is how I grew up. This is how most of us grew up, right? In modern conveniences. And so you choose to do nothing about it until it's too late. Until your health starts to fail rapidly. Until you get some disease, some pathogen. You blame the pathogen. It's not the pathogen's fault. That's the fact that you've just continually curb stomped your body for years to the point where it finally gave up the ghost and was like, I can't handle this anymore. And then the next pathogen that comes its way is the straw that breaks the camel's back. So what are we going to do about this? I have two suggestions. Number one, just start small. Because every decision that you make, you're either tipping the balances in one direction or the other. You're either filling your body with poison or you're filling your body with fuel and energy and light. You get to decide. And every single time you make one tiny decision, instead of getting that margarine, buy some grass-fed butter. Instead of throwing your shaker cup or your thermos lid in the dishwasher, just give it a rinse. Your gut flora will thank you. Your energy and your brain will thank you. And your waistline will certainly thank you too. My second suggestion is to join our Facebook group, Unbreakable Fitness Club, where this is the conversation that we have every day with people just like you who are trying to actually put this stuff into action because it's so overwhelming. So it's so hard to find a place to start in this journey. It's taken me 15 years of putting habit on top of habit on top of habit and learning on top of learning, on top of revelation, on top of experiment. But it doesn't have to take you 15 years because you can borrow from my experience and the experience of all the people in this group and start to make some really significant changes right away. To the point where having the body that you want to have is effortless. Well, wouldn't that be amazing? So, start small, Just do one step at a time and join our group, Unbreakable Fitness Club. I'll see you guys there.